And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
What the hell was that, guys? Welcome, guys, to Giant Sports Talk Live here on a Friday night. Got nothing better to do to come on here 10:30 at night and talk about how bad the Giants are. Holy crap, Glenn. What do we okay, so let me get this right, Glenn. You could score 5 runs off of 3 home runs, but in the 10th inning, you got no outs. You got a guy on second base, and you can't hit that guy across the plate. You can't get that guy across the plate. Right?
What did I tell you before we went on the air? Share what I told you. We should start the extra inning, the 10th, with nobody on base. Nobody on base. Nobody on base. We can't hit. We can't hit with runners in scoring position. It's like we're in the you put runners on. Give us a runner at second and third. We're at a disadvantage.
Oh, man.
We're at a disadvantage. And then Eric, just the stupidity of Giants baseball. Like when the announcers go, and are the announcers that pathetic? I'm watching the ball game in the 10th inning, and they're like, they're going to go and they're going to review that play. They're calling for a review. And I'm like, and they go, well, they've got nothing to lose. I'm like, yes, because it's not going to be overturned. What are they going to overturn
that, man? There was no.
Well, they got nothing to lose. Yes, they do. They're challenged because they're not going to overturn it. What are you doing? Maybe they'll see something in New York that we're not seeing.
Delaying the inevitable.
And Eric, I'm not going to at all blame this game on the umpires, but that is the single worst umpiring performance I've seen in years and years.
But you know what?
One of the 8th inning by Rogers, right inside, not nibble in the corner, in the corner, boom, over the plate. And then he stepped out because I think Tyler said something. And I'm like, at that point, where's your manager, Eric?
Yeah, that's true. But
Bernice, who's standing by making my shepherd's pie, this better be a short show. She goes, he looks so disengaged.
But here's the problem, because the other manager didn't come out either. And now you know why? Everyone understands Las Diaz. And look, the calls weren't just going against the Giants. They were also going against the Mariners. Both sides were getting.
Yeah, but did you see our 10th inning pitches were up above the box by a foot? Strike. What
it was like that all night. It was like that all night. Yes, was the umpire bad? But was he leaning one way or another? No. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the Giants blew a 4-run lead by giving up 6 straight hits, scoring 4 runs, and Seattle was able to tie it. Look.
You know what that reminded me of?
I'm going to forfeit the ghost runner. Forfeit him.
Yes. That reminded me of game number 4 in that we were just talking about it last night. That reminded me of game 4 in the 2016 series with the Cubs. It was just base hit. I'm like, what the hell is just happening here? And you knew every batter came up.
They were feeling it, man.
He's gonna drop one in. Oh, he's gonna bloop one in. I'm like, oh my God. And this team can never stop the bleeding, Eric.
And you don't. And I said this too in the green room. When Tyler Rogers came in, he had a decent ERA. He had a sub-3 ERA. I don't know where it is now, but holy crap, dude. They had it in the bag, man. When it went to 5-1, I was like, oh, wow, look, the Giants are going to get this one. This was huge because if there was one game that I thought they were going to lose, I thought it was going to be this one, but I thought, okay, yeah, they're going to win this one. And then the 8th inning happened. Holy crap, man.
It doesn't matter. Alive Insurance says Mariners have the worst team batting average in the league.
Yes.
Well, yeah, okay. But who has the worst freaking pitching and bullpen in the league? And don't tell me they're not the worst. Eric, they stink. We have no closer. We have no bullpen.
Wow.
We don't know who's starting.
Well, you know what?
He's coming in expecting to win.
Oh,
Eric, I told you last week, burn it to the ground.
Now, I'll say Ryan Walker has been doing good, but the problem is you burnt them for 2 innings. He's not going to be available tomorrow. He will not be available. Well, by the way, what happened to
one man does not make a bullpen?
But he's a closer. Taylor and Tyler have been doing okay. They have been. The guys I've been worried about has been Bivens. Who's the other guy? Eric Miller has been a little bit shaky. But other than that, the bullpen was there. It was there. But what? What? Okay, here's a question. What happened to Hicks? Supposedly Hicks was supposed to come out, and then he was immediately hurt. Oh yes, Gonzo, you are correct, sir. Whoop, my bad. God, 18 strikeouts, man. How did they even get 5 runs across? 18 strikeouts, man. And remember, I said that coming into this series, when you got a strikeout staff, and you got to going against the team that strikes out a lot, it's not gonna turn out well.
Hey, Eric, we got to set this up so our show will actually go on to our Twitter, our X. Do you know there are 22 people watching on the Military History Channel?
Yeah, how about that, huh?
We got 60 who are tuned in at this moment, so we thank everybody. Those of you who are with 66, they're just, hey, come on in. The party's just beginning, and it's going to be a wild one. Oh.
You're going to pop a vein there, Glenn.
Holy crap.
But what, I mean,
but when you come over here, see the good thing when they come over for the military, hey, we love having you. But if you come on over here, you can hit the like and subscribe, and it values our channel. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, if you guys are on Twitter, I appreciate you guys are out there. But yeah, come over to YouTube. Take a gander over here. But holy crap, man, let's get back to this. Thought they had it, man. Again, like I said, they're long ball all over the place, right? You had Wade with a solo shot. You had Conforto with a monster shot to center with a guy on base. You had Ramos hitting it into the upper deck. I was like, okay, guys, they're feeling it. I even put a tweet out. I'm liking, what did I say? Hold on. What did I say? What did I say? Hold on.
Yeah, but then we get the bats going. We're always talking about not being a home run hitting team, and that's supposed to be their alias. Eric, we get the long ball tonight. When a team cannot play any semblance of small ball, you're not going to win in extra inning games like that.
Correct. And then this is what I said.
Oh, God.
Giants are showing some life against the tough starting pitcher. All runs scored off the long ball. Currently 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th. So I put that out there, hey, it's Giants look like they might be doing something.
Putting on my favorite.
Let's see what happens. And lo and behold,
should have worn my Mickey Mouse ears tonight. Mickey Mouse. Jesus.
Thanks, Benji. I appreciate that, man.
I saw what Benji said. That was cool.
He's on it. Much appreciated, Benji. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, and you're correct, Michael. Left in Rogers too long. I don't know why he kept with him. I understand all the hits weren't exactly solid, but they were still getting hits. That's why as a manager, you need to understand that. You need to. And if you can't, then what the hell are you doing managing?
But the manager looks like Eric. He's standing there in the dugout tonight, every game, and he's just standing there like he's carved. He's just standing there. He looks around.
Yeah, he
looks like he's
like
lost. He didn't go to the bullpen again. He was just. It looked like he didn't know what to do.
It was you know what?
I think maybe he's come to that realization at this point of the season, Eric. Maybe he's like,
you know what? I
don't know what to do anymore.
He was suffering PTSD. That's what he was suffering right there. He was shocked. He's watching this. His club had a 5-1 lead, and he's looking out there going, what just happened? That's what happened.
Well, Hiroku,
he locked
surprise, a freaking surprise, my friend. Surprise, surprise.
Worst hitting team, right? Soon as I saw Munoz come in, I was like, you know what? The game's over. I was like, there's no way the Giants are going to score against him. Went to the 10th inning, and then when they didn't score that runner, I was like, are you kidding me? You cannot freak. Oh, by the way, hold on real quick. Julio Rodriguez, fantastic catch in center field.
Wasn't it,
that was a beautiful play. So look, it wasn't all because the Giants didn't know what the hell was going on, but Julio Rodriguez made a fantastic sliding catch to get that ball to prevent that run, because that could have been 2 runs right across the the plate at that time. So, I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due right there. Wow, man. Goodness gracious.
Well, like the guys are saying, Eric, like, look at that. I turned on the game in the top of the 8th inning, thinking the Mariners are even worse hitting than the Giants.
Right.
Spin me around 3 times blindfolded and try to figure out who's at the plate, because all of a sudden they were belting the ball around. Are they that bad, or is our pitching that bad?
Now, in the Giants chat with Ibrahim Khan.
Hey, Abraham.
I think Melvin accepted long ago this isn't a postseason team, because the last 2 games haven't been managed like a man trying to win every game. He might be onto something there. I don't think there's going to be people who are disagreeing. Because you know what? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna manage that bullpen tomorrow now? If you're up by 1, or we'll say if you're up by 3 runs and you got to bring in a reliever, who are you bringing in the 9th inning tomorrow? Come on. You just blew you because you didn't know because you couldn't take out Rogers and bring in someone else at that time. Hell, you might even bring in Bivens at that point. After
this Giants baseballer, it looked so promising. It would not just Eric, slap me silly. It was 5-1. Eric.
Yeah, it was 5-1. It's crazy. Only the Giants, man. I'm telling you, only the Giants could blow. Listen to this. No, Glenn, it's even worse because it's a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, man. The bottom of the 8th inning. They had this thing wrapped up. It was wrapped up. And what do? They cough it up. And Melvin is just sitting in the dugout, not understanding what's happening right before his eyes. Had no idea what the hell is going on, it seemed like. Like, come on, guys. Do something. Make them go to the bullpen. You go out there and throw a freaking pitch, man. Because it's just ridiculous. You cannot allow that to happen. Once it got 5-3, he should have yanked them. But nope. Stuck with them. And I don't get it. And it doesn't make any sense. That, again, as Ibrahim eloquently stated, this doesn't look like a guy who's trying to win a game, man. How do you do that? How?
All right, before we get out of control here and lose our mind, before we look at the out-of-town scoreboard, all right, what did you think about this move earlier today? Kevin Biggio, just a move for making a move, Eric?
A move to make a move, man. What the hell? The dude's not even batting 200. The Dodgers got rid of him, man. Why? What do you need Biggio for when you have Fitzgerald, Tyro Estrada, Casey Schmidt? Well,
that's why. I'm not a Schmidt guy, so.
No, I get it.
My needle is slightly registering to the right on that move, Eric.
You know what I'm saying? What's the point, though? He ain't going to do nothing for you. What's he going to do for the Giants, man? He's going to come up as a weak at bat. Maybe his glove is a little bit better, but I showed you the stat head.
And Eric, well, at least I knew who he was. Who the hell is Andrew Knapp?
I don't know who Andrew Knapp is.
I must have took a nap for the season because
you know what? Here's another thing.
Who is this guy?
And Andrew Knapp, there is a possibility. It's also a possibility that Andrew Knapp, he's not the framer like Bailey is. When Bailey comes in, he might have gotten some of those calls from Laz Diaz because Cal Raleigh, that's what they were saying. Cal Raleigh is one of the best framers in the league. So if you can't frame a pitch and get a strike called for your pitcher, then you're going to be stuck. So putting Knapp behind the plate, and also same thing with Casale, they're not going to frame like Bailey does, because that's one of the benefits of Bailey is he could get some of those strikes called. But what are you going to do?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Kevin, I don't understand that signing. And supposedly some more news came out. The Giants were inquiring and getting Elias Diaz, the catcher, who has a good bat, but supposedly they were going to option him to AAA. He wanted nothing to do with it. Again, this is according to Susan Slusser, that he wanted nothing to do with going to AAA. So he said, to hell with it. I ain't going there. And I guess the Giants must have pivoted to Knapp and then also went and got Biggio for whatever reason. For whatever reason, it's not making the San Francisco Giants any better, man. It's not. Look, getting Biggio is not the guy that's going to be you know what? We're making our run to get into the wild card. Oh my God! You know what? Let's get in before we get any further into.
And
this.
Now today's Giants in review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
It's the part of the show I think I hate the most, Eric. On a Giant Sports Talk show, we got to review the game, and it's the part of the show I hate the most.
And there you go. The final in 10, Seattle Mariners beat the San Francisco Giants 6-5 in a walk-off fashion. As you can see,
dream.
The 8th inning.
Jeez.
There it is. 4 runs in the 8th inning, which tied it up. And the rest is history. Let's see how.
You know what, guys? If you didn't see it, and I've said this over and over and over and over again on this channel, that you can pop in and view a box score and think that you have a concept of what might have happened. Oh, what was there? A 3-run homer, and they got another one, or a grand slam. Oh no! This was lost by freaking committee today. Base hit, double, stolen base.
Well, you know what?
Eric, I'm having a nervous breakdown here over on Berry Street tonight.
I tell you what, the box score will be telling when we get to the pitching line. Okay, that will be telling. All right, top of the lineup, Fitzgerald got the golden sombrero today. Had 4 strikeouts. Again, he had that nice solid contact in the 10th inning, but Julio Rodriguez again made a spectacular sliding catch to prevent any runs coming across in the top of the 10th. Wade had 2 hits. He had a double and a home run. Had 2 walks. He had a good game. Ramos with a massive shot to left field, hit the upper deck even. He had 2 hits, also 2 RBIs. Conforto had 1 hit, but that hit was a 2-run shot, so good on him. Chapman.
Yeah, you know what, Eric? No more excuses. The guy goes, a 2-run home run. The guy was 1 for 5. This is, the same old crap.
But he hit a home run, but that's big.
Eric, same old crap. All right, so what's that? 1 for 5. So he's what? He's going to bat like 20. Well, he's 20 for 100, but he hit 5 home runs. What did he freaking do?
I get it. And he also had 3 strikeouts. But again, he did have a home run and 2 RBIs. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Senior base. Eric, I played senior baseball, and I went 2 for 5. Oh, my
Chapman.
God.
0-4 today. Yastrzemski, 0-4. Estrada, 1-4. McRae, 1-4. Knapp, 1-4. Schmidt, and look at the strikeouts. Look at that. We talked about it earlier. 18 strikeouts, man.
Ain't the first time either.
Holy, but
and Eric,
geez,
you go back up. Scroll up slightly. You're the guy running the show over there at Mission Control, all right? All right, once you get down in our roster there to Chapman, who usually comes through with a couple of hits. He's not good with men in scoring position. But, Eric, look at that roster. Yastrzemski, Estrada, McRae, Knapp, Schmidt, Casale. That is not a competitive major league roster. That's a filler. That is not a major league roster, Eric. That's not who you go and you work, loading the garbage truck or your hard-working job, and you get your paycheck and you go, God, I got to rush out to the ballpark and watch a good game of ball tonight because McRae and Knapp and Casale are in there. Oh, boy.
RJ make a great point. Says, can't wait for the season to end so we can finally hear about the turmoil behind the scenes of Giant ownership and front office. Oh, it's going to be interesting, man. RJ, grab some popcorn because I guarantee you that this offseason is going to probably have some fireworks. There's going to be some drama.
Eric,
no doubt about it.
Again, we don't do this very often. I don't think we've ever done this, have we? And I think he's being facetious, but Alive says, look, now, can you bring up the roster for the Seattle Mariners over there?
Roster for the Seattle Mariners.
Bring up the Mariners roster for me.
There you go. They have 14 strikeouts.
Yeah, and people are saying, well, they don't have Eric, Rayleigh, Rodriguez, and Raleigh. Raleigh is an everyday catcher over there. Arozarena, Polanco, Haniger. I would take that lineup over ours any day. Trade them down the bay, and they can they don't have to book a charter flight home.
And look who had a big game today for the Mariners.
Yeah. We have a minor league roster. I'm sorry.
I will not disagree. And in some part of the lineup, we do. That is correct.
Half of our lineup. And traditionally, if you're a betting man, always, you want to come up a winner, always take the under on the bottom third of our roster.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much guaranteed. You're right there, Glenn. The bottom part of the lineup. Today it was even more than that.
All season long, Eric. Offers all season.
Birdsong only goes 4 innings, had 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. He was okay there for a while, but then it was just like his command. He hit a batter, walk. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either. Oh, and it wasn't good, but it wasn't. I don't know, man. It was
Eric. Don't bitch and complain until we get to what? 5th in the
there. Here we go.
Take a look at the Tyler Rogers.
Look at that. Score. 6 hits, 4 run, all earned, no strikeouts, no walks, and now his ERA went from like 2.8 to 3.3 after that one outing. Walker was fantastic. 2 innings, 5 strikeouts. The guy's got some great stuff. Walker has great stuff. He is your closer right now. No doubt about it. Problem is you had to use him for 2 innings. So guess what? The next game, which is tomorrow afternoon, he's not going to be available. So now you're going to have to go to someone else is going to have to close tomorrow. Who's it going to be? Who will be the closer tomorrow? I guess it's all going to depend on the part of the lineup for Seattle that comes up, I guess. And then, of course, Miller.
A little bit more there, Eric. Scroll down just a tad more. Look how many people were at the ballpark.
38,000. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
They're getting a hell of a lot more support than the amount of people rushing over to Oracle to watch Giants baseball.
Check that out again. 2 for 10.
Same, you could copy and paste it in every night.
You could copy and paste that every day. Night.
Same number 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago. It was the same 2 for 10. Yes. And the night before that was 2 for 11. Yeah, you could pencil that in.
Last game we went to 10 innings. We blew it, Eric. This is a broken record. This is what we are.
Who brought that up yesterday? Gosh dang it. Who brought it up in the chat yesterday that brought up the numbers of what the Padres did last year in extras and what they're doing this year? When Melvin was with them last year, they were like 2 for 12. And I think this year they're 7-1 in extra innings. Can you film MHC from the pin on off days? Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Oh, mother. Ibrahim. Melvin admitted he didn't have anyone up until after 3 straight hits. His quote was, "I thought he'd get at least 1 out." He hasn't had an inning like that for us this year. Well, I can understand that. Yeah, if you're giving up 3 hits, yeah, that's when you start getting the bullpen loosed up. But it better be a red alert. Hey, dude, get someone ready like now. And then you know what? You send out your damn pitching coach. And I think they did. But you do whatever do another mound visit with your catcher. Do whatever you got to do. Act like the pitch comm doesn't freaking work. Whatever needs to be done so you could buy time to get that bullpen ready to go. Right? That's what you should do. Come on, think outside the box, man. You've been a manager for over 20 years. You can figure out something.
You've been a manager over 20 years. You better be able to take the heat, Eric, because sooner or later the hammer's coming down. The media, sooner or later, somebody's got to start asking pressing questions. No more.
That is a problem.
No more sugarcoating, soft soaping this.
Exactly. But who's going to do that, Glenn?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
KNBR should hire me. I'll give you a radio show, Eric.
Oh, I bet you would.
Giants Sports Talk, where it matters.
What's up, Bub? Good to see you in here, man.
We don't sugarcoat it.
Do you really think that he's going to get lit up in the press, though, Bub? I mean, your honest assessment. Do you think that the people who cover the team, Do you think they're really going to get after Mob Melvin? Yeah, they'll ask a question, but then there's no follow-up. It's just, okay. And then they move on to the next question.
Eric, I think they're scared of losing their media credentials.
You know what? But come on. You're in the business of journalism, and you're ask the tough questions if you have to. It's okay. Gilbert Gamboa.
You know what? A guy who can make me smile on a Friday night is Addy. Look at this take from Addy. People will still argue Kapler was the problem.
You know what? You're 100%. You're not off, Addy. You're not off. But I like what Gilbert said. Where the heck did he just go? I just lost it. Oh, interesting. Because you know what? You're on it, Gilbert, because that's what happened last year. The Giants won't let the media do a hit job on Melvin unless he's on his way out like Kapler. Because you remember, right before Kapler got released, the media started turning on him. You saw there was a shift in the media. When they got word, hey, this guy's probably going to be on his way out, they started hammering a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm. And Eric, all you got to do to realize that this is not something that we're bringing as a take of our own, just go back and look at the video. The uneasy feelings around the hot table at the studios at NBC. When they had Mad Dog Russo on, he's like, what do you give this guy a lifetime contract? You gave him a lifetime contract. And they're like, who's going with you? Like, who's going to calm this down? Like, oh my God, they were afraid of losing their jobs that day.
It was I don't think they expected
at least he called a spade a spade. He called a spade a spade. And they're like,
he did. There's no doubt about it.
They couldn't even come up with a quick enough excuse to cover their ass. But that's been a problem all season long, Eric, and in the past. This is the only city I have ever lived in where the media doesn't the media, it just panders to the situational baseball and the higher ups, doesn't it?
Yes. And that they need to answer they need to start answering some of these questions.
They don't do this in New York, Eric, or LA.
No.
You listen to a radio broadcast. And they love their Yankees. All these broadcasters in the other big cities love their teams, but they'll call the spade a spade.
They're not afraid to have a little truth telling. A little truth telling. Look at this. Hiroku, 11-5 in 2023 last year. Giants in extra innings. This year, the Giants are 7-8. Krapler was better. In extra innings, he was. That's saying a lot, man. God, I don't even know what to say about that because I can't stand Kapler. And now you bring up these numbers and you're just like, oh my God. Hiroku, there it is.
Boy, I'll tell you one thing tonight, Eric. The chat is alive.
Oh, and absolutely.
Look at the numbers on the board, Eric. Look at the numbers on the board.
Yeah, having a good night. And it's
got 86 guys who are in here, and a lot of them are bringing it over in that chat.
I'm going to tell you something right now. If the Giants won the game 5-1, it'd be half the amount in here. But because of the way that they lost, this is the way it is, man. And I can understand that. You got to come on here. You got to have a place to come and say, you know what? I'm tired of what I'm seeing. What the hell? Thanks, Mr. Crap. Appreciate that. And they just got to have a place to come and be able to vent and say, hey, what the hell's going on? What's the problem? How do you do that, man? Yeah, look at that. Love you too, Mr. Crap. Thanks, Rob. Oh, okay. What do we got in here? Holy crap. We got so many.
One for Glennie, but Eric, we love you. Oh, there was one there for me. There we go. What do you think, Eric? I told you, and again, I know they're joking about it, but the ghost runner rule hurts us. Statistically, we don't get the job done with a runner in scoring position. And it doesn't change just because it's the 10th inning.
Hey, Lethal.
Eric, anybody who didn't know the game at all, knew nothing about the game, would think we're making this crap up.
I know.
They go.
I couldn't believe it, man. I'm sitting here watching the game. I was like, no way they lose this. No way they lose. And because I knew Tyler Rogers, let's be honest, guys. Tyler Rogers is a funky pitcher, and usually he gets out of this stuff. But today he didn't. And it cost the Giants the game.
Maybe it's time. You know what, Eric? Don't make no more excuses.
It's not excuses. It's the truth, man. Right?
The truth is we are not a major league roster, Eric. And I know when you're gonna be a believer, you're gonna say, "Praise the Lord, I believe," is when we hit September 3rd, Eric. And you're ticking off loss after loss after loss. And you're going to go, geez, Glenn, you might have had a premonition that we were that bad. And guess what? Eric? You we play these 500-plus teams and not the middle of the pack and the bottom feeders.
Correct.
You just wait, Eric. Do you think we're going to have this? There's going to be an epiphany in Giant World?
No.
I know. Start winning?
No, Glenn. I never said that. Dude. I said that they're probably going to go 2-4 on this road trip. That's what I said. They'd be lucky if they go 3-3. But I've been saying this all along. When you play teams who are at or above 500, the Giants have a difficult time. That's what they do. And today, yes, did the pitching give it up in the 8th inning? They 100% did, right? But it was only a tie game. They went to extra innings. All they had to do was score another run, right? They could have got a couple of runs, but the Giants couldn't do it. The lineup sucks when it comes with hits and runners in scoring position. Sure, they hit the long ball all night long. Boom, boom, boom. But if you can't get the hit when it's time to get that hit at a very important time of the game, that's on the lineup.
Eric, I love the way Eric does that. My studio audience is clapping for you. That was a great take. But they were hitting home runs all night. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's all it was, Eric. It was boom, boom, and boom. That was it.
And I said that.
That's not all night long, Eric. That's 3 booms and we were done.
Yes, 3 booms and we're done. And I've said this. I say that the only way Giants can score runs is by the damn home run. They have no situational or small ball skills whatsoever. They don't. And it cost them today because you can't do situational hitting. They cost them today. They had the bases loaded, man. The bases were loaded.
Oh, that means nothing, Eric. That means
Come on.
That means nothing.
The bases were loaded in the 10th inning.
Does that excite you?
Well, yeah, it does because you think something's going to happen. But knowing this team, you'll understand what's going to happen. And you had Conforto.
The Mariners the Giants get the bases loaded in the 9th inning, and Eric's running around naked in the streets.
It was the 10th. It was the 10th inning. They was in the 10th inning. And what did Conforto do? Struck out.
Oh, he was chasing. The guy needs a ladder, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that website, Senior. Our website's not working right, is it there, Glenn? I think we're still having some security issues. You're going to have to call
oh no, where it's already looked at. Eric, they fixed it again. Like it was worked on yesterday. So 72 hours. You got
gotcha.
Now.
Gotcha.
I'm not the choreographer. I don't.
No, it's the other guy. It's the other guy. Yeah. Fair enough.
It's always the fuck. You know what? It's always it. And see, I'm almost cursing. It's always the other guy, Eric. Never take the blame. The Giants don't. Blame somebody else. Somebody posted in here, just did post a few minutes. It says, give the Mariners credit for the comeback. I don't give the Mariners credit for the comeback. They didn't legitimately win it. We blew it, Eric.
Nah. I can't say that because you know what? Look.
Go to the freaking bullpen.
Yes.
If you think we have a good bullpen, go to the bullpen.
You know what?
These guys are getting paid
Here's
millions. Go to the bullpen.
Was there even one here? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at this. Hold on one second. Let's rehash. Where the hell is it?
That's the problem.
I want to rehash.
We rehash the same
8th inning
every day, don't we?
Let's rehash the 8th inning, guys. Come on. Here we go. I'm going to take a little field trip here. Let's get to the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th. Oh, brother. Here we go. Let's take a look at this, guys. I'll share it here. Let's take a look and see what we see here. Can you, yeah, right? Do I got the right one? Yep. Here we go. We're over here on the right. Okay. Jorge Polanco singles, right? 94 miles an hour. Decent velocity, right? Mitch Haniger singles, 107. That's pretty good contact, right? Yeah. Turner, 87 miles an hour. It was a little dunker. It was a dunker, right? Okay.
At that time, picture, Eric.
At that time, you should be going, okay, maybe we need to warm up the bullpen here. Rojas, 101. That's pretty good contact. Rivera's 80. That's a little. So some of these were hard hit. Look at this one, 65. That was a little looper. So there was a lot of weak contact that was happening here.
But so everybody gets weak contact off this pitcher, Eric.
But that's okay, because normally it finds a glove. Here's the beauty of baseball. Anytime you get the bat on the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. It could find a glove. It could find the grass. It could do whatever. It could go over the fence. That's what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily the Giants lost it as much as the Seattle Mariners, when they hit the ball, it found the grass. But they did it over and over. That's the beauty of baseball. That's what I love about it. Now, where I fault is Bob Melvin. He should have said, okay, after he's getting these hits, start warming up the bullpen. Boom. Start it. And post haste, right? Get this guy freaking warmed up immediately. And you buy time. You do whatever it is. Someone's mitt is malfunctioning. I don't know. Something. Like I said, my pitch comm, man. I don't know what's going on with my pitch comm. I think I need batteries or something. Something. Whatever, right? Have the catcher go. I know you had Brian Price went out there and had a mound visit. Okay, that's good. But you got, was it 6? You got 6 mound visits. Start using them. If you have to, take a pitch clock violation. Who cares? Something. Because it wasn't working, man. And whatever. And then you got Melvin just standing there. Like I said, looked like he's been shell-shocked. Blah. Blah. Blah.
Well, the good news, if there's any good news out of this, Eric, we are your number one source for Giant sports talk on a Friday night. Look at the viewership. Holy smoke. This is our biggest night, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are awesome, man.
We want to thank our sponsors, Duxwell Printing, front and center. Lefties over in Burlingame, the home of the best Giants and Major League Baseball merchandise. And our good friends, Signatures for Soldiers. They give back. We want to thank you guys as well. The chat, Eric, it is alive and well tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I see a little bit of 49er talk in there, but
I guess the 49ers had a preseason game today, but we're here.
So. Yeah, but who cares? Who's playing in that?
Yeah.
I'll be bagging groceries in a week by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Benji, good call, man. We appreciate that. Reminding guys, help the channel out. Hit the like and subscribe button. But you know what? I said something to my wife today, Eric. I don't know how your feeling is about this. I would rather have 200 subscribers today, tomorrow, and forever than like go into my personal Facebook page and they go, why do you have 26 people on your Facebook? You only have 26 friends? I go, well, you got 386 of them and you don't know over 300 of them. You don't even know who they are. Like numbers to me aren't as important as the quality. You can have all the quantity 100%. You want, even in the content, Eric.
Yes, correct.
You have all kinds of content, but we just talk Giants baseball for the most part because that's what you guys come here for each and every day. And look at the same guys, Eric, coming in. We got one of the most faithful group
100%.
Of guys and gals.
No doubt about it.
Are out there on the World Wide Web.
I say this all the time, but I truly mean it, guys. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Again, we couldn't do this without y'all. I enjoy coming on here. I love interacting with you guys, man. I really enjoy this. This is a lot of fun for me. All right. You know what? Let's do this. before we forget.
Now, a Giant Sports Talk Live scoreboard update.
All right. What happened in the rest of the league today, guys? This is where we start getting into what happened, in wild card standings, what happened in the rest of the league.
I'll guarantee you one thing, Eric.
It
wasn't the shit show we saw up in Seattle.
No, it was not a shit show. Oh, hold on. There was a shit show. Did you see see how the Nationals and Braves game finished?
I thought he was listening to my New Wave Noon Hour today. Was it that bad? Jeez, I thought I had a great day.
Did you see how that Braves game finished? That was a shit show.
I know it was a close game. I think it was 3-2, the final score last time.
Yeah. Did you wait till you see how it finished? We'll talk about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Reds. I'm cheating. I'm already looking as you talk about the Pirates game.
Go for it. Reds at the Pirates.
A throwing error. All right.
Yeah. Yup. It was a throwing error. A throwing error in the Braves win. Anyways.
Geez. Let's start over. Reds at Pirates. What happened today?
Pirates won them. 6-5. Good enough.
Are you doing this on purpose, Eric?
Joey Bart singles to tie the score.
Eric, look to the right. Did you do that on purpose? I just had to watch that crap again up in Seattle.
Yeah, I know they're showing that. I know. I didn't
played the highlights.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, Joey Bart. My God.
Let's see what Mr. Joey Bart is doing, guys. Let's take a look at Mr. Joey Bart.
Can you play the video, Eric?
The guy who was going to amount to nothing, guys. Let's see what Mr. Joey Bart is doing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this. I want to use this because it has the most current.
Are you Joey Bart video? Are we allowed to show the video?
Look at that. Batting 277. 277. Bart had 2 hits today. Batting 277. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's got 12 home runs.
He won't even talk to me anymore.
The guy who wasn't going to amount to nothing is doing something in Pittsburgh, guys. Oh, that's pissing me off. See, now you're making me get pissed off all over again. What happened in New York, Glenn?
Eric, answer me. Answer me. Please riddle me this. Are you allowed to play the video?
Maybe just a quick part of it. Maybe just like maybe.
I wanted to see how did Joey get a good swing on that or what? What happened there?
Let's take a look here. Hold on. Let me do this real quick.
This is compliments of Major League Baseball and the Pittsburgh Pirates baseball.
I'm only going to play like 10 seconds. I think you can play a couple of seconds and then it's out. Come on. Gotta make sure I hit mute right when it comes.
Every time I hit this, I go, oh, geez, commercials again. Here we go.
Bip. Nope, just a little dying duck out into right center. There you go. Boom. Game.
Oh, well.
There's a good swing.
All righty then, Eric. The New York Yankees, they win again. Oh, my goodness gracious. Aaron Judge, his 49th home run of the season in the 3-0 win. That was a game that didn't feature many hits, Eric. 9 total for the game. Oh, there it is. Yankees 5. The Rockies could only muster up 4 hits, and they had an error. Just want to find out. Aaron Judge, he has 49 home runs. It was a solo shot. Not only his home run prowess, Eric, Aaron is batting .333.
That's it? Man, that guy's something else, man. He's probably going to be the MVP.
Guy's a beast.
He's going to be an MVP. All right, here we go. In Baltimore. Baltimore beats the Astros 7-5. Check it out. Wow. Nice. It's good. Good for the Orioles. Sucks for the Astros. Good enough.
In Toronto today, Vladdy Guerrero got the day off, and the only guy who got the bat on the ball was Loperfido and Kirk the catcher. They couldn't muster up a whole lot, but they got enough. Blue Jays beat the Angels 5-4 and what looked like Blue Jays are starting to look like a Giants roster, kind of a minor league roster because there are a lot of names on here, Eric, that I don't know, quite frankly. 5-4, the final today up in Canada.
And in Boston, Diamondbacks destroyed the Boston Red Sox 12-2, 16 hits to 6 hits. Holy, but geez, man, that is no joke. Diamondbacks, again, playing some damn good baseball.
If you're just joining us, the Mariners rallied in the 10th. Dan Wilson, his first game as a Mariner manager. They win No surprise today, Cubs. They doubled up the Marlins. Not a surprise at all. Heavy Vegas favorites, Cubs 6-3.
Did you see
Pete Crow Armstrong with the speed?
Did you see Sassy Rand? Let's take a look. You guys want to see something cool? Holy bejeez. Wait till you see Pete Crow Armstrong fly around the bases. Literally fly. I think if they said it, he rounded the bases in 14.3 seconds. 14.3. Here we go. Poof.
That's like 3 seconds a base.
Look at this. Going. Look at him.
Look at him go.
He's going.
Whose
Look at
car
him go.
did he steal? Whose car did he
go.
steal? Look at him go.
Boosh. Look at that.
See the look on his face. That is when baseball is fun, Eric. And you know what it's like when it's not fun?
What's that? Hold on. What's going on here? Hold on. Let me see.
I'm not having a fun night. You having a fun night, Eric?
No. Hold on. Let me see something.
Oh, well. What else do we got? Rangers 5, Guardians 3.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Guardians 3.
Okay.
I just took that one for you. We're busy. So the Guardians pick up their 73rd win of the year. Corey Seager cranked a 2-run double for the Rangers. It's right there on the screen. I just read it word for word. I plagiarized that.
So good.
Rangers 5-3. What happened tonight, Eric? You talked about it. The Braves, they won in a crazy finish.
Yeah, check it out. In the 10th inning, get the heck out of here. In the 10th inning, C.J. Abrams made a horrible throw to first base. Allowed the winning run to come across. Check it out. Just give it a minute here.
Well,
gotta wait for these stupid ads.
Pizza's ready.
I heard it.
Heard that?
I heard it, man.
My pizza's ready. Show over soon. Oh well.
Here we go. There's the hit up the middle. CJ Abrams fields it, throws it, wings it across, and there's the winning run coming across home. How about that? That's how the Braves win.
Believe it or not, it's only one pizza. Jeez.
In Chicago.
It's going to blow up. I'll be right back.
No problem. No one gives a crap about this game. Detroit Tigers, White Sox. Tigers beat the White Sox 5-2. Who cares? Phillies lose to the Royals again. 7-4. Salvador Perez smacks a dinger. That guy's having another great year. Man, that guy, he's like the ageless wonder right now, isn't he? Again, Kansas City beat the Phillies 7-4. Cardinals, who are just behind it. Well, you know what? We'll have to look at the standings here. Let's see where the Cardinals are in relationship to the San Francisco Giants. But the Cardinals, you don't want to see them. If you're a Giants fan, you don't want to see the Cardinals win. But they did win in Minnesota, beat the Twins 6-1. In Oakland, Brewers destroyed the Athletics 11-3. Nothing, no surprise there. That really has no implications on what's going on. This helped Padres, unlike yesterday where they got destroyed by the Mets 8-3. Padres were able to turn the tables on the Mets. They were able to blank the Mets 7-0. 16 hits for the Padres. Whew. Man, yeah.
Mariners over the Giants 6-5. We talked about it front and center. It is a crazy night up in Seattle. The fans went home. The fans, you know what? As much as we were like, what the hell happened? I bet you the Mariner fans were like, what? But what just happened?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Agony and the ecstasy in one game.
Yeah, remember the old ABC Wild World of Sports? The agony of defeat.
We know all about the agony of the. You know what? I missed that. Remember the Wild World of Sports every Saturday?
That was awesome. Intro? Yep, fantastic. Best intro in sports.
And I don't know. I had a dream the other night. You know what song was in my dream?
Oh dear God, no. No.
They were playing the This Week in Baseball theme.
Oh, This Week in Baseball is pretty damn good. This Week in Baseball.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, those were the good old days, Eric. Dodgers win again, and Ohtani.
You know how they won it?
Grand slam.
A walk-off grand slam. Let's take a look at it. Why not?
Good team.
Wait about 15 seconds. Did you realize Ohtani has now joined the 40-40 club?
Yes, sir. Yes,
How about that?
But he didn't want to play here, Eric. He didn't want to play here.
Yeah, look at Judge. Judge having an MVP season.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Boom! He hits it high.
I blinked. I missed it. I blinked.
Center field. Gone.
Blinked and missed it.
And there it is.
Oh,
Walks it off.
Eric, good teams win at this time of the year. That's all there is to it. Good teams win.
Let's see where we're at.
Now, I'm not saying the Mariners are a good team, but you just showed a highlight of how good teams with talent win.
All right, here we go, guys. Wild card time.
Oh, Christ.
Arizona leading the pack with the wild card, that is. San Diego in second. Braves still in third. New York Mets are 2.5 games behind.
Yeah,
Giants
now look at the
5.
Now look at the separation.
Yes.
So it begins.
So look
we
at this.
We haven't even hit September yet.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. We remember when they went on that winning streak, they went on like a 3-game winning streak and they gained, I think, what was it, like a game? And now they lost a couple of games and now you're down 5 games. And let's not forget, if the Braves hold on to that third wild card, you're actually 6 games behind. For the simple fact, the Braves beat the Giants in the regular season series, so they have a tiebreaker over them. So you can't tie the Braves. You're going to have to overcome them. Look at this. Cardinals are now tied. The Cubs are only a half a game behind the Cardinals and the Giants. Cincinnati Reds are about, 2.5 games behind the Giants.
Hey, Eric.
Now, it's not good, guys.
Incoming message for Eric.
They are done. No need to look at the standings anymore.
Incoming message.
Maybe if I should trade Snell, Ray, and... Oh, yeah, Cryptic.
Well, we got the best pitching, Eric.
Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. How?
And you think we have a bullpen. Yeah.
Wait, our bullpen's okay. Our bullpen's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's okay.
You don't think it's horrible? Oh, I think we're in the lower sphere of bullpens. Eric.
You think so?
Oh, take away Miller. I think we're adequate at best. We're not lights out. We're not.
I wouldn't say we're lights out. We're not lights out.
You call to the bullpen. What's their job? To get guys out. Does this team doesn't get guys out when they go to the bullpen? When they go to the bullpen, that's when you go, uh-oh.
Lately, it hasn't been the bullpen. It's been the starting pitching that hasn't been getting the guys out. The bullpen has been okay, except for a few occasions. Bivens, for example, that was a mistake. Eric Miller has been okay. He has his moments. Ryan Walker has been great. Bivens is okay as a long man. Jelly has been okay, except for today. He gave up a single home run, but normally he's okay. Taylor and Tyler, they've been sufficient. Look, I'm not saying that they're a lockdown, lights-out bullpen. That's not what I'm saying.
All right, there.
Right. I will not say that. That they do not have. But yeah,
I agree.
Brent, I agree with you. We don't have a legit closer.
Absolutely.
Now, Ryan Walker is doing okay right now. I kind of like what he's doing. Does it mean it's going to last? I don't know. Yeah, there you go, Cryptic. The pin is average. I would agree.
Average at best. And Eric, the day you and I could be wrong. Wasn't it a week ago today? Was it a week ago today we sent Val down, or was it 2 weeks ago today?
I think it's only been a week. I don't think it's been. Has it been 2 weeks?
Last Friday afternoon, just before 5 p.m., you said, "Should I go on?" I said, "Go on."
Yeah.
Because I said, all of us.
You know what? That was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
2 Fridays ago.
Holy crap.
Nonetheless, see how time is flying by when you do this show? Every day is like one into another. We've been doing this show for 4 weeks this coming Sunday. When we talk to Matt Stairs as our special guest. Can't wait.
Matt Stairs.
Might be the highlight of our week. Anyway, Eric, 2 weeks ago, you said, "Should I go live?" I said, "Yeah, go live." Farhan Zaidi has sent he sent the closer down in the stretch to the minor leagues. Now, Eric, he sent our closer to the minor leagues in the stretch. At what point do you go, he doesn't have a clue in what direction this organization is going? Who sends their closer to the minors? That tells you how bad that bullpen is, Eric. That is it.
Well, you know what it might know. Hold on. Whoa.
He's always got to argue with me.
Back the truck up. I'll tell you why. Because I think there was a conflict between player and manager, or we'll say player and manager. Something was going on between Doval and Bob Melvin, maybe some of the coaches too, because that is not quote unquote an issue with the bullpen. There's a personality issue there, I think, because you don't send someone back down to AAA, to quote unquote work on things, because they could have dropped them down lower in lower leverage situations, and he could have worked on it there. They could have had bullpens on the side and been able to work on things. You don't option a player to AAA unless you're trying to make a point.
All right, Eric, then why is this came on the heels, nipping at the heels of the trade deadline a week before that?
Yes.
Why was he even a Giant then?
Good point. That's a great point. Why? How come they didn't trade him? That's a great point.
Glenn, just chasing their tail in this whole situation. And somebody of live insurance. Yeah. Just wait till Doval gets things figured out. You know what? In my opinion, I don't care, because you know what, Eric, when he gets things figured out, he'll probably be wearing the uniform of somebody else. They are not going, the way this organization plays, Eric, they're not going to say, we sent our closer to the minors. Oh, but now he's good. Now he's back. Now he's our ace again. I think it's done. It's done. Stick a fork in this team, Eric.
Yeah.
Dinner is served, my friend. It is.
We
should be talking about Thanksgiving, and we'll be talking about football on the new channel. We'll be down to our 1-hour shows on Giant Sports Talk Live.
They're not mathematically eliminated. They're still, quote unquote, in the hunt. But yeah, it looks bad. Lethal. I want to see you bring this up. If they had built a rotation and pin next year, what would they look like? Ooh, I don't know, man. Because here's the problem, Lethal. Because they do have an okay rotation. As long as, I think Ray next year will be better. I agree. He will be better. Webb will do what Webb does next year. Now, the problem is, is Birdsong going to be part of the future? Oh, come on. Get out of here, Live. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I'm being realistic, right? Because it is possible. Look, do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Hell no, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But I'm just saying, mathematically, you're still there. Just saying that's the truth, right? I'm not lying.
But why even bring? Look,
but what I'm trying to say, the rotation.
Sound like Robert Rothberg.
Robert
Rothberg doesn't even go in. Robert's never in our chat anyway.
No, Robert's good people. But
he's never
overly optimistic.
I don't see him bad mouthing us there.
No, he doesn't bad mouth us. No, not at all. He's just trying to say
Robert thinks we're going to win every game.
Oh, look at this. We got a Mariners fan in here. Right on, man. Love to see a Mariners fan. I like to see other fans from other teams. He says, as a Mariners fan, I am glad they didn't bring in Walker sooner. We couldn't touch him. 100%. You are correct. He had 2 innings of work and he struck out 5 guys. You weren't touching that slider. The Mariners were not touching that slider.
Look what he says. Didn't understand why they stuck with the submarine guy so long. Well, I'll tell you what, there were about 100 guys in the chat for the last hour asking the very same question.
Yes, correct.
You've come to the right place with that hot take tonight.
Oh, come on now, Live. What do my eyes tell me? You know what my eyes tell me. They suck, man. They ain't going nowhere. I'm just saying, in baseball, weird things happen. That's all I'm saying. If you're asking my personal opinion, the Giants aren't going nowhere. But if you say, hey, do they have a chance? Sure. Any team who hasn't been mathematically eliminated can go on some crazy run. Is it the exception? 100% it's the exception. It's not the norm. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Eric.
Raising 5 kiddos. Well, good on you, man. But
there's nothing exceptional about this team, is there?
That's awesome. Thanks for joining the chat. Much appreciated, man. Come in the next 2 days. We'll be doing the post games the next 2 nights.
How old is Raising Kiddos? I never know the name behind a face. Like, are you a young fan? Are you a veteran fan? Do you go back to the 77 expansion years? Are you a modern day Griffey guy?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Where is Raising 5 Kiddos? What generation of Mariner fan is he? Or her.
And here's another thing. Raising Kiddos. He's 50. Right on, man. He's the same age as I am almost. I'm 1 year older. If you tune in.
Hey, does he remember my favorite player of all time?
I have no idea. He might. Mike Schooler. Maybe he might know him. Hey, Raising 5 Kiddos on Sunday afternoon at 4:00. It's going to be after the baseball game. But Matt Stairs, I'm sure you know who Matt Stairs is. He's going to be joining the show. Yep, I was born in 73. We're going to have Matt Stairs live here on the show. So if you want to come in and join, you ask a good question of Matt Stairs, and we will ask it for you to him. There you go, man.
Hey, somebody tuned into the show the other day that knows my wife.
Hey, right on.
In their workplace. They said, "My God, your husband looks great." She goes, that one's not my husband. It's still not really funny to me.
Oh, man.
More Katna thinks you look great.
Oh, man. Appreciate that, man.
Apparently the people in my wife's office, guys and girls, both think you look great. So, hey.
Oh, man.
I've got the voice for radio, and you've got the face for the television. That's what it is, Eric. Put us together.
I don't know about that.
Peanut butter and chocolate, man.
It's when I start coughing, that's a good one. 100%. Ibrahim comes with a great question. Hypothetical poll. Would fans rather the Giants go on an ungodly heater and get in with Farhan Stain, or would they prefer a terrible finish? Here we go.
That's been asked 100 times, hasn't it, over the past? That's a continual revolving door of a question, Eric.
I know. But you understand the premise, though, right? You understand the premise. He doesn't want to even go. Right? Raising 5 Kiddos. Appreciate you guys. Giants fans all over Seattle. Guy in front of me tonight had a Walker jersey on. What great fans, in my opinion, honestly. It was really great. Ray, right on, man. Sweet.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to the next couple of games, Raising 5 Kiddos, we're a brand new channel, so make sure you tell your friends to give us a like and subscribe. Jump over to Giant Sports Talk Live. Not only do we talk Giants, there are nights when we talk Major League Baseball in general.
Just baseball in general.
Come up in conversation. They sure were yesterday.
Look, what I'm saying is, are we primarily Giants? Of course we're primarily Giants, but it's the game of baseball. You got to appreciate what is happening out there in the league. If there's something big that needs to be talked about, we will talk about it. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, this is I think they drop another game to Seattle and get swept by Milwaukee. Don't see them being over 500 when September starts, according to Gilbert. You may be onto something right there.
Gilbert may be right. I say 2-4. I think maybe they take one out of each series, but who knows, man?
I said 3-3, and I'm already off to a 0-1 start here, Eric.
Now, Blake Snell's going to go tomorrow. He might get up a little bit more for this one for the simple fact he's pitching in his home city.
That's right.
So he might, but now, when you start talking about Robbie Ray, you don't know which Robbie Ray you're going to get. You just don't know which Robbie Ray you're going to get. And that's
he was a Mariner, though. Maybe he'll be fired up too, Eric.
Yeah, but remember, he's coming off of Tommy John. That's why I'm saying it might be inconsistent. Might be inconsistent.
Where's my Debbie Downer sign? Do I need to dig it out tonight?
Come on, man.
Debbie Downer.
Come on, man.
Eric, maybe he'll throw a no-hitter. Maybe he'll suck. Maybe he'll have a great day. Maybe he'll suck. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You just don't know, man. It's baseball. That's the thing about baseball, right?
They're talking about your favorite player. Conforto and Mark Canha. Oh, boy. Bring up Matos and Luciano. They should have done that. You know what?
They should have done that early in the season. How many times
have we said play the youth? Play the young guys. Play them. Just play them. Play them.
Now it's the time to do it, right? Now it's the time to do it. Because now, what is it? The Giants are now back at what? 500, man. Is it being Debbie Downer or being a realist? Thank you, Adi. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it's true.
And Boris, again, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if there is a Boris underlying issue with some of these players and why they don't make certain decisions. Would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, but
would not be surprised.
Other channels say that you and I are idiots.
I don't give a shit what other channels say.
Because
they say what they want. I don't say what I want. I don't care.
But look at our chat.
I don't care.
Look at our chat, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
The people have spoken. That is a common theme. They agree.
And you know what? I'm not saying it to get agreement or disagreement. I'm just giving my thoughts. I could be totally out in left field, man. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking, that there may be something there.
Yeah.
Am I right? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But if there's one thing that we have noticed, Farhan does the bidding of Boris, it seems. Doesn't it?
Yes, and Boris seems to be the only guy that he can work with.
Yeah, how many Boris guys did he sign this offseason? 3.
Yeah, Chapman,
Snell.
And Lee. Not necessarily in that order, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
now
what it
3.
Was. What am I talking about?
Lot, Eric, but
Conforto.
3.
Conforto is also
right.
Boris.
So you've got 3 signings in the offseason, and Conforto come back. But there's 4 names in your roster. That is quite a lot. That's a high percentage for one, representing all of those players. And the problem is how many times have we said it, Eric? He can't walk into the room and he can't negotiate with anybody. You know what? I don't think anybody likes him.
Goodness gracious. Look how he handles
the secretary answers the phone. Who's on the line? It's Farhan Zaidi. He's in a meeting right now. He'll call you back.
Look how
nobody wants to talk to him.
Look how he handles TV interviews. He just, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. If that's how he comports himself with the media, how must he act when he's behind closed doors with these agents? If that's the way he's going to act with the media, and the media is quote unquote on your side, they're not quote unquote opponents.
Oh, right on. Look at Abraham. You know what? This is true. Farhan's been kissing his ring since the Correa.
Great point.
That was one of the most big. What a mess that was.
And if you notice, Ibrahim, that's what happened. After the Correa deal, all of a sudden, it's no, because did they already have Conforto?
Yeah, Conforto was already signed.
Conforto was already there. So you had Conforto, but then you wind up going to get Snell, Lee, and Chapman after the Correa debacle. Interesting. That's a great point there, Ibrahim.
Yeah, but Eric, also, in fairness to Boris, he roped him in. Who signs it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a hard negotiation. We signed him to a 3-year deal. No, you didn't. You signed him to 3 consecutive 1-year deals that he can opt out of. It's not a 3-year deal.
Correct.
So sometimes I feel like they're playing them, Eric. They're playing them, and they're still playing them today.
Oh, By Victor wants to come in. He hasn't been in before. Should we throw out for him?
Well, I already told we weren't going to take people on, but you know what? Just I can do it for a few minutes, Eric.
Just a couple of minutes, Victor. I'll throw out the link.
No offense to Victor. We had agreed before the show. We were just going to do the show. And we actually thought we'd go an hour tonight, but I said, maybe this will be a lively chat. And indeed it is.
I knew it would be.
You and I are a little fired up tonight too, Eric.
Well, you got to be, man. When the team and the club is playing this way, you got to.
I try to keep it. You want to hear me curse when the game's on the TV here, Eric? Bernice will come running in. What happened? What happened? I'm talking to myself. I'm yelling. I'm one of those guys, Eric. I was yelling at the TV today. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, come on. And I was, she's like, what's going on? We're winning. I'm like, oh, we're not winning anymore. We're not winning anymore. It's 5-5. I mean, there were a lot of people out there in television and radio land tonight, Eric. I know Hiroku said it. He goes, oh, my God, it was 5-1. And then we lost. What happened?
How many people probably turned off the TV? I wonder how many people turned off the TV.
Side on this ball club, Eric.
Right.
You can't go for a pee. You come back, you go to the bathroom break, and you come back, and the game is over.
Yep. Racing Five says, I know Seattle isn't a great park to pick up the ball. Part of the reason Mariners led the majors in strikeouts. Wouldn't worry too much about those 18 Ks. By the way, Clark was my favorite Giant back in the day. Yeah, he's a Will Clark fan. Right on.
Well, you know what? Wouldn't worry much about the 18 Ks. Great take. But obviously you don't follow this club because this is not the first time we've had to endure 14, 15, 18 strikeout games, is it, Eric?
Yeah, that happens
This
a
is
lot.
not the first time.
It's not the first time the Giants have struck out or lost.
No. What did we have a game the other night? Remember the game? Remember the Cease game? Cease and Snell? What were there, like 20? How many strikeouts in that game?
It was Sale. And it was 33 strikeouts.
I beg your pardon. Yes, because that was the game I was at. Sale and Snell.
33 strikeouts.
They were mowing them down.
33. All right. Senior says, what's the roll call? Where is everyone at? Senior says, Davis, I'm in Galt, California. Glenn is in San Francisco, a block away.
I'm a block from the ballpark. I can see it's quiet over there tonight, Eric. But
yep. And there is Victor, the Farhan lover.
What's up, Victor? This is my first time coming on any show, but
hey, right on, man.
So I was a fan in like 2010 through now, and it's just been a train wreck. Like Farhan doesn't even care. It's so sad.
And you know, you're onto something. You know what? So you said, so how old are you, Victor, real quick?
27.
Okay, cool. So you became a Giants fan, you know, in your teenage years, right?
Yeah.
So
rough.
One thing you were able to do, which was absolutely fantastic, you became a fan when the Giants were, you know, at the top of their game. Now you've seen the effects of what it's like to have someone like Farhan running the organization. You got to see what it was like under Sabian, and now you got to see what it's like under Farhan, and you can see the drastic
difference. Like,
yes,
this team is terrible.
100%.
Is Tyler Rogers like? Can you guys hit him? He maxes out at 84, so I probably could hit him.
Yeah,
I think Eric and I differ on that. Eric, you take it.
I think, okay, here's the one thing about Tyler. Yes, his velocity, you know, isn't up there. What it is, it's his delivery, his arm angle. Oh, it's funky. And if you've been playing baseball, you know, you got these professional players who've been playing since they were kids. They're used to seeing high velocity. Of course, you're going to see crazy movement with sliders and changeups and curveballs, but they're not used to seeing this weird shit coming from down under. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he has some effectiveness.
But they do, like for batting practice, I heard that there's a new tool, like everyone's bringing it into their batting system, and it like emulates the pitcher.
Yeah, the pitcher machines actually replicate
Can you do that again,
of different pitchers. What do they call it? No, not TrackMan. That's something else. Hey, Senior, he might know what it is. It's a specific machine name that they have where it replicates a certain delivery of a pitcher. Yeah.
So that could help as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to be a pitcher, but only not in high school. I played football.
Hey, right on. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, where are you from anyways, Victor?
I'm from San Mateo.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Yeah,
absolutely. So what do you think? What do you think? How did the Giants finish, you think, Victor? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but what do you think?
What do you think about right now, the state of the team?
Yeah.
If the owners want their product to grow, they'll have to fire Farhan.
I would agree with that.
Going. If the tickets go to 5, then the owners, I think it's like a certain threshold. Like if you're not selling, if the Giants stock, like it's a company essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
If their
Correct.
net income, if it's not great, they'll have to fire him, but they probably have a threshold. That's why they haven't fired him yet.
Well, see, and that's the issue that I have, Victor, and this is what I'm wondering. Do the Giants really care? Because they're already making money with Mission Rock and all that real estate stuff.
Yeah.
They could care less about the fans per se.
Oh, wait. I got a good question. I got a good thing to say. We could blow it up, and they can worry about that later.
Yeah.
Worry on the team. Feel like a protest.
And here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Go out there and protest. But did you see? I don't know if you watched the game on TV. They announced $10 tickets. Did you see that, Glenn, on the TV?
Yeah.
They announced $10 tickets. Again, they have to do that. If you want to get people, because it's about what it seems to me that the ownership is more about optics and making it look like they got a bunch of people that are interested, when in reality, if the tickets are dirt cheap, it's people will show up.
And then if not that, to get the numbers that they say they get, they'll put homeless people in.
You might be right. You might be right.
Anyway, management cares about Mission Rock. There you go.
That's what I said.
Rock.
Yes.
They need someone to demolish it.
Yes, they got to get a base. Look, I'm done with the over-reliance on analytics. We got to get a guy in there who understands the game of baseball.
Yeah,
who's. I'm done. I'm done with the look. I understand analytics that has its part in the game. It does. Absolutely, it does. Use it as a tool, but when you use it the way that Farhan uses it, man, look what you get. You get 500 teams, if not less. That's not success, especially for the San Francisco Giants, who you were able to witness 3 world championships in 5 years, and they weren't able to do that because of an over-reliance on analytics.
Well, analytics only helps you so much, like you said.
Yes, correct.
And
only
then
so much.
You train using analytics to make yourself better.
Yes.
That's how it should be used. You
use it, and then in conjunction with using the good old eye test, man. And then you'll be, if you could blend the two, you're cooking with gas.
Yeah, that's what most teams are. But I guess Farhan thinks he's smarter than everyone.
That's what it seems like, Victor. That's what it seems like. Hey, Victor, man, we're going to let you go, but I appreciate it, man.
No, thank you.
You're more than welcome to join any other time that you want. Just let us know when you're in the chat, and we'll bring you on, man.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Right on, Victor. Take it easy, brother.
Hey, Eric. Victor had our quote of the night.
What's that?
Our lefties in Burlingame quote of the night.
Giants baseball is a train wreck. Hey, how about that?
That's my quote of the night. He started that off with, they are a train wreck. And indeed, they...
Yes, senior. The San Francisco Mission Rocks. That's what they should rename the team. The San Francisco Mission Rocks. My God. What has happened to our beloved Giants? What has happened, Glenn?
I don't know, buddy.
Duh.
You know who suffers? My better half. She sees, again, we talked about earlier the term, the agony of defeat. She sees it too often in me. I start the day like, all right, we're in a big weekend series and I'm riding a high. And then she's ready to call 911 thinking I'm going to have a stroke because I'm on here losing my freaking mind. And she's like, you got to take this less seriously. But I'll tell you, well, maybe if they don't take it serious, why should I? I don't know.
Look at raising 5 kiddos, man. He's coming in strong. I like it. It says, bro, Mariners fans think ownership is indifferent as well. Hey, we're not the only ones. Majority owner Nintendo with shareholders who only care about money, not championships. Man, dude, that's what we've been suffering here in San Francisco for a while, ever since Greg Johnson took over as the majority quote unquote owner, and then had Farhan come in to replace Brian Sabian. Ever since that, it's been nothing but downhill. Yeah, we had that magical year in 2021, but that's when we still had career years from Mr. Buster Posey, Brandon Belt, and Brandon Crawford. So
yeah, nobody talks about these guys like Gosman and even Rennell up in the booth. That's all forgotten. Time heals a bit, but you know what? And then there's, of course, Joey Bart. Yeah, all these guys that were just thrown, basically, Eric, were thrown out like yesterday's trash, right?
Yep. Right.
And look what, again, another huge night. Huge evening for Joey Bart. Bart is, oh my God, he got a chance to play somewhere, Eric. That's something he didn't.
And look, you wouldn't have had to waste $8 million on Tom Murphy. You wouldn't have had to go get Casale. You wouldn't have had to go get Andrew Knapp. You wouldn't have had to rely on Jackson Reitz. You had a guy, and you got rid of him. Whatever.
Bernice just said, yeah.
All
Eric,
right.
every time you mention a catcher, I mention Joey and you just mentioned Tom Murphy, but still, it's a carousel of catchers coming in.
Yes.
Farhan,
what are you talking about?
Farhan will not sit here.
Glenn.
Farhan will not once say, I've made a mistake.
No, Glenn, it's you know what? Yes, you're correct, but you know what? It doesn't stop at catchers. You name every damn position on the team has been a revolving door. That's what he does, man. He signs one guy, he may or may not play, and then he's off the next day, next week, whatever, next month, gone. Another guy comes in, takes his place for a few, gone.
Yeah, just not playing. We had a guy who was player of the week with 16 RBIs. And where's he now?
And then yeah, he's been relegated to AAA. Correct.
Where is our closer, Eric?
It's Ryan Walker.
Yeah, where is our closer? He's
Ryan Walker. That's it. He's not our closer no more. He's not it.
He was our closer.
Yeah.
Eric, what I'm saying is this is not a major league roster. You cannot say a major league roster can just be, dip a guy in here, lift a guy in here.
Glenn,
Eric,
is this a major league?
On my bingo card. Who's in tonight?
Hey,
B6. All right.
Let's go above that. Is this a major league organization?
You're onto something.
How about that? Is this a major league operation? The way they conduct business?
Something.
Because that's where it goes. It starts from the top, man. It starts from the top and it trickles on down. And if you're not right at the top, you're not going to be right at the bottom. And that's.
Do you remember, Eric, earlier this season on one of the other channels when you and I were talking over there, and I would I wasn't on the show, and many of the instances I was in the chat at that time, and I said, Eric, guys, I said I'm going to the Giant game tomorrow, and I'm paying $5.01, and you got the guys in the chat are like, I call BS on that. There's no 501. Now I'm talking to guys in my section on the daily basis at the games, Eric. And they are pissed. They're season ticket holders. I'm sitting next to them. I'm like, what did your ticket cost? $48. They go, I paid $5 and I got a free coupon for a beer and a hot dog. They're paying me to come to the game.
Unbelievable.
And what is it we get with our season ticket? What do you call that? A flex? I get a flex thing every day. So every game, I get, it's like 25% off, guaranteed 25%. If there's nothing special going on that day, I can go get a beer and a hot dog, and they go, oh, yeah, it's 25% off your beer, 25% off your hot dog. So in a way, Eric, they are paying me.
Nice.
To come to the
25%
game.
out, so that must mean you're paying about $10 for the beer and about $8 for the hot dog.
That's true. $20 for the pair.
A Giant Sports Talk Live hot take from Alive Insurance.
100%. Farhan blocked Ramos this year. Only injuries unblocked him. 100%. 100%.
Eric, it's bloody sabotage.
It's a sabotage. Great song, by the way.
I can't stand it.
I can't stand it. Yeah, there you go. He's singing the Beastie Boys. There we go.
And we're in sad shape.
And Alive comes with another one, says, oh, how I miss Peter McGowan, Brian Sabian, and Bruce Bochy.
True.
Real baseball people.
So true. So true. And how so true, Greg? We could be 0-4 going into Milwaukee.
Well, 0-3. It's a 3-game series.
Oh, we could lose the first one there.
Who knows? Maybe we'll probably lose a game on the way from Seattle to Milwaukee.
Hey, somebody, Carter's mentioning the guy I wish pitched for us, Brian Wu.
Yeah, he's pitching in the last
voodoo
game.
Guy. He's the voodoo pitcher.
He's pitching on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Glenn, if the Giants get swept, it's going to be a tough interview with Matt Stairs. People are going to be in here ready. They're going to have it's going to be torches.
Eric, we'll be on anyway Sunday night. When it comes to the interview with Matt, we'll just close the chat if that's the case, because we're going to be all focusing in on the A's move, the Giants playing their final series last weekend over there at the ballpark in Oakland. And, for a guy who's the face of the franchise, how much longer, Eric, I'll ask you again, how much longer will this go on?
I don't know.
The sad state of affairs.
Glenn, I mean, I don't know. I mean, especially after last season, what in God's green earth was the reason why ownership decided to give Farhan a 2-year extension? What was that? I don't understand. In what type of standard did Farhan deserve to get a 2-year extension? I cannot understand that. Especially
Eric, somebody said it in the chat earlier. It's not the first time. Maybe he's just making the money and they're happy with the status quo.
And that's okay. Then that's the key. So the only reason why they extended him was for the simple fact that he's saving them money. They're making hand over fist with the real estate. They're not having to shell over a lot of money to that little baseball club over there. Even though we're owners, we don't care about that. But hey, spend enough money to keep people interested, keep them off our back. But we're going to be making all our money over here in Mission Rock. That's what it feels like to me. Again, this is my take. I'm not speaking for anybody but for myself. But that's what it feels like. And that's pretty damn disgusting, to be honest with you. For me to even think about that. I mean, because it doesn't make any sense. After the years you had in 2022 and 2023, he did not deserve a damn extension. He didn't. So how does that change? I don't know. That's why ownership has to, there needs to be questions asked of ownership. What's going on? What is, as you've said it many times, Glenn, hey, Mr. Ownership, Mr. and Mrs. Ownership, whoever it may be, what is your identity for the club? What is your vision? What is your short-term, long-term goals? Whatever, you hear all that all the time with successful business people. You don't hear that with a Giant. You don't hear nothing. But you know what? Remember when he read that quote about Brian Sabian? There is a plan. But you ever hear anyone in the Giants organization say that now? No, it's we're talking, beating around the bush, talking around the question. There's no direct
plan I could see, Eric, this year. The only plan was they went into the season with a hurting, losing team thinking, maybe, and again, this is their philosophy. Maybe we can just strike gold. We can shine up that emerald in the second half if the pitching gets healthy and we get Ray back and Snell's pitching well. And, there's too many shoulda, coulda, wouldas and not enough aggressiveness, Eric.
Yes. Ooh.
And then we lost our center fielder.
Yeah.
Didn't help. So,
you know what, though? Hey,
there's not enough in the pipeline, Eric. If you're not going to go with the youth and you're going to go with the older players and you are not ready when there is an injury, it's always like fumbling and bumbling, isn't it?
Here's a great quote.
Let's sign a guy that we found in like the Mexican League. He's not even playing anymore, Eric.
How about the Atlanta Braves? They lost Spencer Strider, Ronald Acuna. They lost Michael Harris for much of the season. They lost Ozzie Albies. Now they just recently lost Austin Riley. Looks like they're not having any issues winning.
What's the difference, though?
What's the difference? Tell me, Glenn. What's the difference?
Their general manager goes out and signs the best quality player available to fill the position, at least for the time being. And he's not going out looking for bargain basement. Look at me signings, Eric.
Nope. And you know what? You know what else he does? Look at what he does. What did AA do? What did AA? Because that's Anthropoulos over there in Atlanta. What did he do? He went out and he traded for Soler. He went out and was able to get Gio Urshela when Riley. The guy goes and gets decent guys. They may not be superstars, but you know what? They're going to be able to play enough quality ball to keep them in the game. And look what the Braves are doing. Look at the Los Angeles Dodgers, man. They suffered. Look at their starting rotation, and they're still winning games. They lost Mookie Betts for a good portion of the season. They've lost Max Muncy for a good portion of the season. I mean, come on, man.
Wait till the chat tomorrow night, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
You think tonight has been juicy. Just wait till tomorrow night. 24 hours from now, Eric.
Oh, I know. Oh, here, I got to bring this up. I just saw this. Got to bring this up.
And now, another Giant Sports Talk Live hot take from Grand Admiral Shanahan.
What is up, Grand Admiral? Much appreciated. He goes, Eric, my guess is when Farhan was fired in 2019, he convinced the Johnsons he could make them money in a soft rebuild and use Kapler as a lame duck manager and sold them Melvin, and the club is good now. You may not be far from the truth. That is a great observation and, thinking about things, because that is that's a possibility. Because what is Johnson? I mean, he runs freaking Franklin Templeton. He's responsible for trillions of dollars. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's almost $3 trillion worth of investments. So, and what is Farhan? He's an economics guy. That's where he got his PhD. His PhD is in economics, right? So he knows about quote unquote money. So he probably did. He probably sold them on, hey, I could make the team interesting, but on the cheap.
Eric, if you're buying into that statement from Grand Admiral, what are you buying into? You're buying into the fact that then the Johnsons and the group, the full ownership group, they are lame duck ownership. They're because they're in it for the money, man. If you think about it, we know what they probably let's peel the onion. Because what happened in between 2010? Yeah, you like that? Peel the onion. I like that, Eric.
Eric's
bringing it.
From 2010 to 2014, they were able to win 3 world championships in 5 years. Okay. So at that time, ownership is like, you know what? Okay, hey, we got our world championships, right? We got our 3. You know what? We have this great real estate opportunity ahead of us. We already provided the fans with some championships. Let's go ahead and start making our bag with this real estate business, because of course you can't go wrong in real estate, right? Especially when you got billions of dollars worth to invest to make even more billions of dollars. Look, and I'm not against people making money. If you want to do that, go for it. Have at it. But if you're an owner of a professional sports team, I want you to see you invest in the team. Now, if you're an owner of a professional sports team, it's not cheap, man. You don't run the San Francisco Giants to sit there and go, you know what? I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. No, you're in it for the long haul, man. You got to spend money to make money, because guess what? When you're making the team excited, you're creating, it's not just the fan base, it's what you're doing for the entire community. You're rallying an entire community together in the success of your organization. And in turn, it will make you more money in merchandise, more people wanting to come to games. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you're going to make money in your real estate, but guess what? If you enjoy competitiveness and you enjoy winning baseball or whatever club that you own, that's the priority. That's the priority. If you want to be a real estate, go somewhere else and do that thing. Then sell your stake to someone who is a fan, who wants to win.
Calling a spade a spade.
Goodness gracious.
That's how low it's become, Eric.
Yep, it has.
The Giants slowly turning into the White Sox.
RJ, why is you great? That's a great point, RJ. 100%. That's what I want to know. Where is Buster Posey and all this? I'll tell you what, I was pretty excited when we started hearing the rumblings, and I think Mr. Senior Softball Games, he had a leg up on this. 100%. He was telling us, Posey's moving back to the Bay Area, man. He's moving back to the Bay Area. And literally a month later, he moved back to the Bay Area.
You know what, Eric?
But
you know what, Eric? Alive Insurance is onto something, pal. I got my media pass last week, and Bernice got her season ticket package about 3 days ago.
Oh, wow.
The WNBA takes over the summer in the Bay Area.
That could happen. That's a good point. And it's right down the road, isn't it?
A basketball market, Eric.
The one time we had good offense. But back
What's
to the
that going to
Posey
do to
question.
the attendance, Eric?
We'll find out tomorrow. Or what was it? Next year? Is it next year?
Yeah, next year.
We'll find out next year.
They begin playing next summer here,
we'll find
competing down the street against the San Francisco Giants for entertainment dollars. So all those people who are taking their kids to a ball game eating cotton candy are going to be taking their kids out to see the women basketball players, the Valkyrie. I'm telling you, Eric, if that is not scaring the crap out of ownership right now, then it's a lost cause, Eric.
Yep. So the Giants better keep that in mind. Maybe that's why they're going to make a change. Maybe we'll see in the offseason. But back to what RJ was saying with Posey. When we heard he was moving back, and then all of a sudden he is moving back, it's been announced. I was like, wow, okay. I honestly thought at that time when they hired him, I thought both Farhan and Kapler were going to be gone. And I was advocating that strong. Farhan and Kapler got to go. Well, they got rid of Kapler, but they didn't get rid of Farhan. I was like, oh, brother, here we go. That's going to be a mistake. But I honestly thought Posey was going to take a bigger role in either functioning maybe as a GM or just having more say in the direction of the club. Is he? I don't know, man. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. I expected a little bit more, less Farhanian baseball and more, Buster Posey baseball. But we're not getting that. Not yet. Not yet. You're muted. You're muted.
Bye, Victor. WNBA is kind of a joke, though. Eric, they're putting 20-some thousand people in for some of the games in the WNBA.
Are they really? Wow.
I haven't. There's been very few. I haven't missed many WNBA. Not all the games, but each evening I watch one game.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't watch NBA or anything like that. Baseball is where it's at for me, man.
I like baseball, like basketball. Love the National Hockey League. I love the minor leagues. Love hockey in general. I love all sports. Want to see them all succeed in the Bay Area. But now you're actually going to have a season where, literally separated by 4 blocks, Eric. You're going to have 2 teams competing for that entertainment dollar. And I'm telling you, if I owned either club, this is what makes me tick, Eric. This is what people will sometimes say, the newspaper. I'm in radio. I own all the radio stations. And they'll say, we're not in competition. I'm like, you're competing for the same advertising dollar that I am. You goddamn right we're in competition. So if somebody's down the street and they're selling another ticket that I'm not, I got a problem with that.
Fair enough.
And they better be concerned right now down the street at Oracle Park on how if we can barely sell the product that we have now, and we don't see do you see a shining light at the end of this train tunnel, Eric? I don't. What the heck are we doing next year when the competition rolls into town like a freight train and you've got the Giants playing the New York Yankees with 23,000 at the stadium, and Caitlin Clark is playing down here with a sold-out Chase Center.
Here's a question, Glenn, and I'm seeing what Will says talking about hockey. Go for it. Does San Jose Sharks start attracting, because they used to be popular back in the day, like the late 90s, early 2000s, if I remember. Do you, with the way that the Sharks have retooled their roster, do you think they start drawing a lot more people? Then again, this season not now yet. Not yet.
Two factors. They're still too young, and they're not going to win many games next year, Eric. This is going to be a losing franchise next year. And all the fans might say, oh, that's what he is talking about. We got these young players. That's right. You got young players. Get back to me in 3 or 4, maybe 5 years from now when you start winning on a regular basis.
Fair enough. Okay.
The second factor is hockey in this market, a lot of U.S. markets, is like a cult following, a niche following, and you're not really going to take away a lot of ball fans to go to the Sharks.
Interesting. Okay.
And really, their market, like the only competition with the Sharks is the Warriors, and I think the Warrior faithful. And now, meanwhile, you got the 49ers. 49ers are different kettle of fish, Eric. Like that?
Yes.
Different kettle of fish. They're playing once a week. Sometimes they get a bye week. You're playing one game in 2 weeks up against a team that's playing 4 nights a week. I still don't see. I can't see that. I can't see that vision of trying to say that the Sharks will take away. I don't think it's going to happen. I want to see the Sharks do well, but they've plummeted too.
Right.
It's a sad tale of this market. We get a couple of teams that are really red hot, and the others fail, and then they pick it up, and the others struggle. We're lucky we have so much in the Bay Area, Eric. We are so fortunate as a market that we have like all these teams. We had the Oakland A's, the San Francisco Giants, the Golden State Warriors, San Jose Sharks, San Francisco 49ers. We're going to have the WNBA. So there's 6 pro franchises in a small metropolis area.
Right.
This is major market, Eric. And it's time some of these franchises treated it like it was a major market.
Exactly. Wow. All right.
Thanks, Abraham. I don't know whether cry or wind my watch, man. I'm just like, I don't know. You and I signed into the green room to do the show tonight. You and I didn't speak to each other for the first 20 seconds. I was just like,
all you can do is just shake your head.
What did we both do? We both went.
Just shaking our heads.
It was like, who's going to crack first?
Oh, my God. That's funny. Check out the private chat there.
I don't think that. Look, this isn't. Maybe the Giants pushed out the A's.
No, I don't think that happened.
Right?
That was. What's up, Fosse?
That's a whole other kettle of fish too, Eric.
Yep, 100%. Let's have. You want to talk a little bit about tomorrow? See what's on deck for tomorrow for the Giants.
One more thing, though, I won't do, guys. One more thing that I will not buy into that a lot of you guys have. I think, Eric, I don't know where you're at. Maybe you want to make a comment on this. I don't know if you're in or out on this. I know some other people are completely in. I do not want the team to just tank, lose every day. I'm still a fan. My team is the San Francisco Giants. I never know on any given night which hat to wear. I get that one. I get that one. And I got my... I got my new one the other day with the SF. Eric, I cheer for my team. I got all my jerseys. I got my pom-poms. I got my foam finger. I love having a hot dog and a beer, and I'm sitting up at 3:21 every day. We're at home. I don't go to the ballpark to watch this team lose. So to say, oh, my God, we got to lose every game to inevitably get management to make that move and get rid of Farhan, and the ownership's got to, I still haven't gone that direction yet.
How about this? No matter whether
I want them to win.
No matter what a fan does, whether you root for them or don't root for them, does that going to change the outcome of said baseball game? It will take care of itself, right? So if you want to go out there and root for the Giants, woo, go Giants. But if the team goes out there and they suck, well, guess what? They're not going to win a lot of games. So it will take care of itself. As a fan, that's fine. You want to root for your team. I can't fault you for that. But I also do understand that there's people who want the team to lose, so it forces the hand. And I can understand where that's coming from. But is that going to really, whether you root for them or don't root for them, is that going to really determine on the decisions that ownership makes? I don't think so. You can outwoo me, huh?
Grand Admiral mentioned the Earthquakes. They have a soccer team. Bernice, my better half, she has a friend who has 2 season tickets for that organization. They were Oakland A's season ticket holders. So now with no A's, where are they putting their money, Eric? Giants? No. Warriors? No. Sharks? No. They went with the Earthquakes. Major soccer. So there is competition for everyone's 2 cents, Eric. And with every 2 cent purchase of a ticket comes your 2 cents at the gift shop.
Yeah.
And you got your 2 cents worth every day you're going to spend at the hot dog stand and the beer stand. Dude, every ticket that someone takes out of your pocket as an owner is money that is left on the table. And I say that as a business guy because I've had the argument over and over and over with the guys that, and this is ironic, my largest 2 radio stations are next door to the local newspaper. They're like, why do you always crap on us on the air? Because, I take a different approach. I go on the morning show and I just crap on them. I said, hey, we got to line the bird cage. Anybody got the local newspaper? And they're like, why do you do that? Like, we're all friends here and we're not in competition. And I keep telling them and I keep beating it into their noggin that we are indeed in competition. We're both in the media, albeit different. We're both fighting for advertising dollar, just like all of these teams are fighting in the front offices to sell tickets and get people in. And whether that means having a night where you're giving away merchandise, whether it's a special 415 night, just this week, you had Harry Potter night. Half the people in the stadium are only there because they love Harry Potter, Eric. So that is why it is important not to this ownership cannot rest on their laurels and think we'll always have 35, 30, 28. You're going to see it, and you already have seen that attendance dwindle, Eric. And if you are nonchalant about it today, you'll be nonchalant about it another year, and you will have more competition. And eventually, Eric, somebody in the comments had said, people just won't go to the games.
Yes, true. That is
There's
true.
My little tirade, but that's just the way I see it.
Cryptid thinks I have a Jeff Jarrett woo. Come on, man. Get out of here. Compared to my Ric Flair. Get out of here, Cryptic. Oh, okay. Let's see what else we got in here. Bogzer. Fans need to put pressure on the front office just like A fans. But here's the issue that I have is you just gotta they gotta value the fans more than their real estate. That's the problem. Because I think if they did care about the fans, they would have made a change at the GM position last year.
Alive says WNBA is a legitimate threat to the Giants' attendance. Yes, they are in the same window. When the Giants are playing down the street, the Valkyrie are going to be playing down the street, Eric. And I see when I watch NBA and WNBA, basketball makes it an event and it makes it a fun experience. And the WNBA are treating the kids and the youth like they matter. And that's why a fun experience is going to win out.
You got a point there. If you make it a fun experience, you will attract people. There is no doubt about that. And
Eric, you can only have so many Harry Potter days. It grows old.
True. You know what needs the draw is how about some good baseball play on the field?
You think?
Imagine that, huh? Go to a baseball game and watch some good baseball. How about that? How about that for a concept, guys? Instead of, like you said, instead of drone shows and Harry Potter and Star Wars and Hello Kitty and Shrek hats, how about investing in...
What's wrong with my Shrek hats? He always has to go to the Shrek hat. Why do I feel that's a personal attack, Eric?
Thank you. Buster bobbleheads, Buster Hug Funko Pops. Who cares? Let's put some talent on the field. How about that, guys? Wouldn't that be refreshing? Yeah, exactly, Val. Man. You're correct, Fossey. 100%. 100%. Oh, he's busting it out. There it is. Here it comes. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Adi. I love it, Adi. Sorry, Eric, you're asking too much. Now talk to me about Mission Walk. He goes, I just found out kids dolls, aka Fun Pops, are worth a lot of money. I'm sure they are. How about they invested in another player? How about that? That would be nice. Invested in the players on the field. I'd much rather see some good baseball on the field than any stupid freaking Funko Pop. May the force be with you, Glenn. Oh, you're mute.
Now I got everybody wound up about the giveaways. Everybody's like, enough with the Buster hug. Stop living in the past. My God. We do have a rich tradition. I will give it to the Giants for that, Eric.
True.
They keep some memories alive. That was that was monumental, wasn't it?
Oh,
a monumental thing. So I'm not going to crap on them for doing a bobblehead for that. That's
not too bad. That's not too bad. I get it, but come on.
Yeah.
Some of these other ones. Oh, here we go. How do you think Kapler would have done with this team? I think you would have. I think you honestly.
No, I think the question is, how would Kapler have done with this team while Farhan called the shots?
You're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
but I think he would have managed the bullpen a little bit better than what Melvin has. So that's my just 2 cents. I think he would have managed the bullpen much better than Melvin. I don't know what the hell the deal is with Melvin.
Thanks, alive. May the force be with you too.
You and I, we never even looked at Twitter for post-game. I don't even want to hear post-game commentary, to be honest with you.
We have spoken.
I'm not, you know what I'm talking about as far as what Melvin and everyone else is saying. It doesn't matter. Yes, I would agree. That's what you're talking about, Glenn. Alive says we need someone who is passionate and energizing as a manager. He's not wrong.
I'm open to negotiations there.
Aaron Boone is a good example, right?
Yeah.
Dude's passionate. He's full of energy. Who else is like that? Stephen Vogt. I don't think he's.
The manager over. I've seen a few rows. The manager in Oakland will go to. Hey, you need a guy who'll go to bat for his players.
Kotze.
Yeah, I've seen him a few games that I haven't been. How many games have I been in Oakland? I've probably only been to about 12 games in Oakland this year, and probably a third of those he's been out on some call. He's been in the and he hasn't been thrown out to the best of it. Did he get thrown in any of the games I was at? I don't think so, but at least he was engaged, Eric.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know about our manager, and he always got his hands tucked in his pocket. He just seems to be standing around like, how we talk about it's not on a time clock, Eric. Well, he's almost like, it's almost over. It's almost over.
I got it. Hold on.
Just seems to be. He almost seems to be putting in time, Eric.
It does, doesn't it? Where is it at? Hold on. I got one here. Where are we at?
And it's true. It's true. The Padres are better this year than they were last year, Eric.
Yes.
And the Padres, you say the Padres have talent, though. They had talent last year.
Yeah. Well, here. Hold on.
They had talent.
Hold on. I'm gonna go there. Right here. And you know what? I want to hit what he said.
Right. He may get fired soon.
There.
And now, Val with another Giant Sports Talk Live commentary.
But he says, look at the Padres now after
right on, Will.
Bob Melvin has left, and they got Mike Schilt. Looks like the Padres aren't having any issues this year. Maybe there's issues with Melvin. I don't know, guys. I mean, what do you think? Is Melvin the guy, guys?
No.
Or is he not the guy?
No. Eric? No. You? No.
No, I'm going to have to say no.
Good.
I don't think he's the guy.
We don't agree every day, guys, Eric and I.
No.
We are open to debate.
Yes.
We shake hands, we hug, and we go our separate ways. But on that, we can't agree.
Yep. And think about this. And Victor says Padres actually have stars. That's true. But guess what? Melvin had stars, but he couldn't do what Mike Stilt is doing with those same stars. A matter of fact, Stilt has less stars than Melvin did when he was managing the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had the closer and Hader. They had Soto. Who else did they get rid of that they didn't have this year? But the team is playing better with less stars, even though they still got stars.
Eric, as someone who goes to more Giants games than anyone in our chat or yourself, as someone who sits in the ballpark more than anyone else in the course of the entire season watching this fiasco.
Snell, perfect example. Yep.
Eric, I won't even use the term fans. There's no Rabbit fans. There's no fans. People go to the games, Eric. They're not necessarily fans. It's a night out.
Right.
It's two guys who were working the other day against the White Sox. Two guys who were working up the street, down in a building at the Embarcadero saying, let's skip out and watch a game for the afternoon. Like, it's something to do. The rabid fan who's got his bullhorn. Here we go, Giants. It's missing, Eric.
Yeah, I remember back in the day in Oakland.
The people doing this. I can't get down my section for 10 minutes after the game because everybody's going to stop and get a picture at the scoreboard in the background.
That's the type of fan that I don't like. When they're just going, look, they have
I'm a fan, Eric. I'm a fan. I am not a casual fan. I hate being called a casual fan.
Right.
I've been called a casual fan, and I don't like it. There are too many casual fans.
Yes.
That's an issue,
correct.
Eric.
And look, that's an issue. Look, now, do I agree with their quote-unquote mindset about the game? No, absolutely not. Hey, they have every right to go buy a ticket, and if they want to go out there and just look at the view, it's whatever. But there is definitely something missing when you don't have the rabidness of certain fans where they're with the team, right? Hey, let's like as you said, the rah-rah stuff. Remember, I don't know if you went to Oakland games back in the 80s when I was a kid, but remember Crazy George? We beat out there with this damn snare drum
from Vancouver with the drum.
Yeah,
he got to start at the British Columbia Lions.
He got people
CFL.
fired
up,
dude. Got people fired.
He was running up the stairs in different sections, and we don't have that anymore.
Right.
All we have, the most excitement in the stands like that, Eric? The most excitement we see is our mascot gets his air gun and throws a couple of T-shirts up in the air in like the 6th or 7th inning. That's it. Right.
Yeah,
that's it.
Look at that live. I love the passion and energy from Glenn tonight. Look at that. You're bringing it.
Well, I mean, my God, did you see the 8th inning tonight? It's easy to get fired up. Plus my sinuses. It's been like 2 months and I'm still on my medication. I'm on my meds, Eric. What would happen if I wasn't?
I'd be afraid to see. Are
we going to write this puppy up? We're at you know what? We got a minute left.
We got to get
write
ready
this.
To go.
Let's
hold on. We didn't even talk about it tomorrow. Blake
Snell
is going
tomorrow. I'll give you tomorrow. You want tomorrow?
Kirby and Snell.
Tomorrow. All right, Kirby and Snell tomorrow will be on the air right after the game. How about that?
Oh, you want to go on right after?
Hopefully, calm it down a little bit. Tone the rhetoric, and it will calm the situation with a win.
Fair enough.
I'll still be pissed off. Jeez.
So do you want to come on tomorrow night or do you want to come on after the game?
I was thinking tomorrow night, but I'm up. You know what? If we go on after the game, we could take an evening off. Might be nice to go out to dinner with my wife and not neglect her every freaking day like she's getting a little ticked off at me.
We could do that. You want to go on right after?
You want to do it?
Well, see, a lot of people do stuff during the weekend too. That's
okay. Let's do it tomorrow night, but we'll do a 1-hour show regardless.
Fair enough. Yeah, right.
Fair?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, we'll be on for 2.5 hours as usual.
Yeah,
because we're all about the people, Eric. Look, the guys. You know what? I still say we got.
Tell you what. How about you want me to put out a poll here? Let me put out a poll. Hey, I want to see what people think. If we should go on in the afternoon or if we should go on in the evening.
Yeah, you're going to do a military history. I thought we were up for that tomorrow night.
Oh, shit.
So let's do an afternoon, and that gives you time. You and Will settle in. You know, you can pull a Farhan, get the paperwork out. You can get all the pins in and what you're going to cover, and it can be strategic. All right.
Look at that. Though.
Will begin.
Yeah, you know what? Well, and 100 MHC. Yeah, right. Oh my God. You know what? I'd probably get some people that would come. I wouldn't be surprised if I had some people come.
And I'm going to be 10:36 until tomorrow's show, Eric. Don't try to find me. I'm going on break.
Let me see something. Let me see. Let me just do a poll real quick.
Hey guys, before you sign out of the show tonight, if you haven't, I don't even care if you like our show. You don't have to hit the like. Just subscribe. And that helps out. We're a new show, by the way. There might be some people here who who are these clowns? So, you know what? It's open to interpretation. All we ask is when you come in, just subscribe. That helps us out. Like I say, you don't even have to like us. Just be kind enough to subscribe and say you cared enough to stick around for a while.
Right. Let's see. It's probably around.
Yeah, Eric is saying my wife isn't cutting. No way. Peer pressure isn't real, Eric. With that being said, we're going to the 1 a.m. Military History Chronicles show.
Oh my God! All right, here we go. We got a poll out there. What time should we go live tomorrow? Shortly after the game, 3:45ish, or 8 p.m.
How do I see that poll? Where am I at?
Go to YouTube and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, I'll do MHC tomorrow.
Oh, we'll do it tomorrow. You tell me how it is, Eric. I've had enough tonight. Jeez.
No worries. Let's see. 8 votes. A lot of people want to go on that night. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. A lot of people
like tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. We could do 8 to 9, and then I could do military history 9:30 to 10. If we go a little bit long, so be it. No big deal.
Yeah, tomorrow we can watch the game, and I can have a little nap
afterwards.
Yeah, and I'll tape my show. I'm on tomorrow night. Saturday night dance party has got to go, Eric.
Ooh, dance party.
I got the Saturday night dance party. Will the thrill will be? He tunes into the dance party once again. He likes the retro stuff. I play the old stuff like Boney M, and I play Madonna. What else do I play? I play so many. I don't even know what I play. Oh, Patrick Hernandez. Remember Patrick Hernandez?
Eric's like, no.
Born to be alive. Born to be alive. No?
Nope.
All right, on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. I guess, what time, Eric?
We'll just come out at 8 o'clock, our normal time.
8 o'clock, and we will see you then. We appreciate everybody who took time to visit with us tonight. The chat was hopping. Boy, if we can keep it like this, we're on a real roll. We had over 100 at one point there watching the show tonight. Thanks to our sponsors, Lefties in Burlingame, Duxwell Printing, SFS, which is Signatures for Soldiers, and Eric's got to get something off his chest.
Before we get out of here, if you guys ain't got nothing going on September 1st, come check us out. There you go, guys.
It's going to be a great time. So many guys are going to be out for that, Eric. It's going to be a great time.
It should be a great time. Come out here September 1st. Come to Oracle Park. Join the Giant Sports Talk Live fraternity. You can come see me, myself, and Glenn at the game. It should be some good camaraderie.
Whether he likes it or not, Eric's buying the beers. You're welcome if you're young, old, no age limit. You won't have to pay other than your ticket to get in. We're all one big happy family. Before we go, Eric, Give me a plug, baby. Just give me one plug. You know what I want you to remind the folks at home? I got another. Exactly. You think Giant Sports Talk Live has taken the world by storm? Whoa. Bay Area sports, you are in for a treat.
Coming soon, Northern California's newest home for the best sports coverage. The evolution of Bay Area sports. The Golden State Warriors, San Francisco Giants, San Jose Sharks, the 49ers, sports commentary, and more. Start your day and end your day with the Bay Area's best sports coverage. All sports, all year long. Coming soon. A Northern Lights Entertainment production.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye, Mom.
Woo! Hey, Cryptic. That ain't no Jeff Jarrett. That, my friend, is a Ric Flair. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.